Right, I had another think about this question. I knew it was wrong. I just was trying to figure out the best way to explain it. So I don't think it can be done this way because when you do it that way, like splitting it up, I even have it written there. I'm automatically splitting it up into cost price and percentage, which means I'm putting that 25% on top of a cost price, which is wrong because a margin is not based on a cost price, it's based on a selling price. Yeah. So anyway, maybe, and I'd be really interested, Annie, if you can come up with a way of doing it this way. Yeah, I'm trying to think again. I can't. Okay. I have a way of doing it. I just was trying to kind of stick with what we've been doing. So we know that percentage margin is the profit over the selling price multiplied by 100, right? Yeah. Now let's fill in what we know. So we know that this selling price gave a margin of 25%. Yeah, we know that. We know the selling price was 1140. To get the percentage, we would have had to multiply by 100. And we know that the profit is the selling price minus, if we can figure out what the cost price is. Yeah? So this is actually working it out based on the selling price because I have the selling price there. Okay, I'm using the margin formula, which means I'm definitely doing it as a percentage of the selling price. Make sense? Okay. Algebraically, this is a bit crap, really, but stay with me. So, if I make the 100 over 1 a fraction, then essentially I'm multiplying two fractions. And if you remember from last year, we multiplied top by top, bottom by bottom, right? So we get 25 is, and we're going to multiply 100 by 1140 minus x. And the bottom line is just going to be, actually, will I just do that? I think you can do that, can't you? So I'm going to multiply 100 by these two things. So I'm going to do this multiplication first and this multiplication second. Yeah? So the first one is 114000. And the second one is just going to be 100x. Okay? And then the bottom line is just 1140 by 1, which is just 1140. Okay? So, see, I was trying to avoid all this algebra. I mean, it's algebra you can do, but you know. So I'm trying to isolate this. So the first thing I want to get rid of is this. At the moment, it's a divisor. So at the moment, my x is being divided by 1140. So I need to do the opposite, which is to multiply by 1140. And then that will cancel that out. But if I multiply by 1140 on the right, I'm going to have to do it over here on the left. Okay, so 25 by 1140 is 28,500. And on the right, I've got 114000 minus 100x. Yeah? Okay, so I might move. I'd like to have my x's over here and my numbers over here. Do you know what I mean? So to do that, I'd need to move this 28,500 with a minus 28,500 because that doesn't have an x, so I don't want it on that side. And then balance with a minus 28,500 over here. And then the 114,000 is fine because it's a number on the number side, so it's grand. But the 100x needs to go. So the opposite of minus 100x is plus 100x, which will cancel. And then plus 100x over here. Okay, so now I have 100x on the left, and that is 114000 minus 28,500 is 85500, and then I'm still trying to get this x, so I'll divide by 100, and I'll divide by 100, so x is €855. And if you do the maths on that, that makes sense. So it's 1140 minus €855 divided by your selling price multiplied by 100. It gives you a 25% margin. Okay. It's always worthwhile checking the numbers. So when I got that 912, I just quickly checked if that was a 25% margin, and it wasn't. It was a 20% margin and a 25% markup. So I knew it was wrong. So it's a good idea to check. I don't know if there's a different way of doing this. If there is, it isn't coming to me now. But if anybody did do it differently, obviously I'll go in and see anyway. So if anybody does do it in a way that doesn't require this amount of algebra, I will share it with you if that person doesn't mind. But I can't think of a different way to do it. Anyway, we'll go on and do the second part correctly this time. Like I said, I think my method was correct last time, just obviously my number was wrong. So in a sale, the shop manager decides to sell the TV at a markup of 15%. So we're going to mark up the cost price by 15% and figure out what the new margin is. Okay, so 15% on top of, what was that number? 855. So 15% of 855, 15 divided by 100 multiplied by 855 is 128.25. So that gives us a selling price of 983.25. Okay, so now instead of selling it for 1140, they're going to be selling it for 983.25. Yeah. What is the new percentage profit margin? So I'm using the same formula that I used to basically do the other question. It's the profit over, make sure you put it over the selling price, multiplied by 100. So the profit is 983.25 minus 855. So the profit is, oh yeah, I worked that out, 128.25. The new selling price is 983.25, and then times that by 100. I'm getting the same, yeah, well that would kind of make sense. Anyway, so 13.04% is what I'm getting as the new percentage profit margin. So with the with a markup of 15%, you're getting a profit margin of just over 13. I wonder what was the markup before. What did we say the profit was? 1140 minus 855. If you put that over 855. Yeah, so over here, when the margin was 25, the markup was over 33%. So obviously the markup gone to half, it's making a big difference to the margin as well. Okay, so I had the second part right. I knew that. It was just I had the first part wrong. Okay, apologies. Hopefully that makes sense, and let me know if you come up with anything a bit slicker than my solution.